Texas Chainsaw Massacre is considered to be one of the best horror franchises to ever exist. And that's why it is so hard to come up with a definitive top 5. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the unthinkable, the burden, and I'm going to say what we're all thinking. So this is my top 5. This isn't, this isn't like Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is basically a revolving door as a franchise. You never seem to have to wait too long for a new one to pop up. And hey, the proof is in the pudding. I think they've already announced that there's another one in production, which I'm gonna, whether it's streaming or in theaters or whatever, I will be seeing it on opening day. And I think you should too. But until then, let's get to it. These are the 5 best Texas Chainsaw Massacres. Number 5 is going to be Texas Chainsaw 3D. Now, this one probably could have been higher, but it had the dissatisfaction of coming after some of the best Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies and some of the best movies to exist, period. And we'll get to those later. But Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D, as soon as you see Leatherface in that sweater, just standing in the kitchen doing dishes, you're like, oh, things are about to get real, and this old grandma is really gonna screw things up. And it does not disappoint. That movie is scary. It had probably some of the best 3D effects of any movie to date. Honestly, the biggest burden, like I said, other than it coming out after, better movies, is the fact that instead of it being a third entry in the Platinum Dune saga, it is in fact a sequel to that old-timey, original garbage movie. That's not what anybody wanted. That is a stupid decision. Lame. But other than that, it's a gem. For number 4, I would honestly probably put Leatherface. This is the prequel. Again, it's a great movie. It would rank higher, but there was already an excellent prequel movie. It's kind of one of those things where it's just like, it's already been done. How do you plan to outdo the unthinkable? And you really can't. And they couldn't. But it's still excellent. Again, I don't know why they keep trying to tie these movies to that original movie. That's not what we're here for. But that's the decision that they made. I don't know. Is that like movie in like public domain or something? Because I can't really fathom why anyone would want to attach anything to that boring slog of a movie. Spoiler alert. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original, isn't on this list. Number 3, yes, we are talking Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Beginning. Excellent movie. This is the best Texas Chainsaw Massacre prequel, for sure. Platinum Dunes is literally a maker of magic. And until recently, this movie had not been surpassed as the second best. And now it is the third best. But, and again, this one's probably going to be a bit of a shocker. I think, I could see a lot of people kind of wanting to put The Beginning over top of this one. But I would honestly rank the Netflix's Texas Chainsaw Massacre as number 2. Again, it's an absolute bummer that it's connected to that original movie. And I'm honestly kind of confused because it's just like all these movies are connected to the original movie, but I don't feel like they intersect with anything else. Like, I thought Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, 3, and then what is it, like Next Generation or something, like the fourth one? Aren't those all supposed to be like one continuity connected to the first movie? But yet then like we have all these movies that are like connected to the first movie and they're not like connected to anything. It's kind of stupid. Why even bother? Again, I'm pretty confident that first movie is public domain, kind of like that 1930s movie Night of the Living Dead, by Gary Romeo. I believe, what is his name? I think it's like Tobias Hopper, I think, directed Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But anyways, the Netflix movie, it's great, has an awesome mask. I kind of liked it a lot just because it really reminded me of the David Gordon Green Halloween movie, which you can see behind me. That's an excellent movie, a god tier movie. It's an absolute shame that that has not been released with the slipcover on, Blu-ray or 4K, but you might as well do 4K because that's a movie that needs to be seen in the best possible quality. So I'm hoping that this next movie is actually going to be a sequel to this one, or maybe it'll be a sequel to this next movie, which is the best Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, bar none. It is a Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake from Platinum Dunes. This is the best movie, period, in this franchise. It's the only reason I even give this franchise a shot. Because like I said, if you've seen the original movie, it's slow. It's not scary. It looks like it's some kind of like lousy documentary. And in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, I don't even know what's going on in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. I don't know what Tobias Hopper was thinking with that one. It's like, it's gory, yeah, but like, it's like attempting to be like, I don't even think it's attempting to be funny, but it almost comes off as being funny. And it's got like the dude from like Waterworld in it. I'm pretty sure it's Kevin Costner, like the guy who played like the villain in Waterworld. He's in this and he plays like some funky sheriff or whatever. Whatever. Big whoop. But that's Texas Chainsaw 2. Not a great movie. The first and second are honestly poor. And the franchise really took a turn for the better with this remake. And it started an awesome trend in the 2000s, which is the remake trend from Platinum Dunes, who literally, they showed everyone this is how it's done. And the industry is still learning from that period. They're still watching and taking notes on these Platinum Dunes movies because they were the cream of the crop. They took, honestly, a genre that was probably going to die off like the Western, which was horror movies, and they resurrected it. And now we're still talking about it today. And it's all thanks to them and Rob Zombie. Simple as that, I would love to see Rob do a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. Honestly, they should just have him do the sequel, or do the sequel and have him do the next one, whichever works for you. But, unlike Friday the 13th, which is probably never going to have another movie unless, they finally pony up and let Platinum Dunes get back in the saddle. Texas Chainsaw actually has, like, a bright future. It had a pretty gloomy, bleak past that seemed hopeless and, something that people would have forgotten about. But, thank God Platinum Dunes took that concept in that really obscure, really boring movie and just ran wild with it. And we're all better for it. So that's what I got, guys. That's my top 5. No one can ever top Platinum Dunes. It's just simple as that. So comment down below, what are your favorite Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies? I assume you agree with my list, but if you have some conjecture, comment down below. And hey, give this video a like and subscribe while you're at it. And until next time, keep slipping.